Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Draft Kings series where I'm going to try and get the best draft on all of YouTube. But we're going to start off with the lower rated drafts in this episode and move our way up to the higher rated drafts towards the end. So stick around for the end because that's when I will get the highest rated draft of the episode, and it's a very, very good draft. So make sure you don't miss out on that one. But I'm going to use the first part of this episode just to talk about my other series that I've got going on at the moment, which is developing Detroit. It's just coming to an end, and I'm going to do it with, or the same style of series with another team. And at the moment, the votes are very split, and there isn't a standout winner. So if you want to go to the link down in the comments, I'll put it in the comments, I'll put it in the description as well, of the team you want me to do a one-team Road to Glory on, that'd be absolutely fantastic, because I want to get you guys involved. I obviously want to get my subscribers or potentially new viewers involved in the series, and whatever team the most of you support, makes sense to do that team. Do that team as a one-team Road to Glory. But as you can see, this draft in the background, we're getting a few elite rounds, but we're not getting incredible elite rounds. I mean, we're getting a lot of 84s, a lot of mid-80s, high 80s players, and that's not what you need to get a really high rated draft. You need constant elite rounds, and I'm getting a fair few golds here. But I thought I'd just put in this one to start with to get the talking about the other series out the way, and then we'll move into the real good drafts, because later on in the episode I get a high 80s draft, and the one after this is also another high 80s draft. So definitely stick around for them, because they are one hell of a draft, both of them. But this draft here is pretty much the bog standard draft you get at the start of the year, which is really disappointing considering we're towards mid-April now, and we're getting a draft like this. I mean, you should be getting at least 83 in the drafts now, to be honest, or at least 82. But you can see here, we're going up to 81 on this pick, and we're in the final round, we're in the Legends round, and we got up to 82 just. So it's definitely not the draft you want. But I'll move into the next draft now, which is a lot better than this one. So coming into the second draft, I don't think the playbook type matters too much. Let me know down below if you want to see gameplay with these teams as well, because at the moment I'm just going to include the drafts in the episodes, because I think that's what people like to watch, the drafting, more than the gameplay of the draft team. I mean, I can put the drafts, the gameplay of the best draft team I get per episode in the episode as well, or put it to one draft an episode and only include a good draft with some gameplay. Let me know in the comments what you think on that one. But this draft's definitely better. As you can see, we're already starting off with some good rounds. I mean, we get Khalil Mack here, 87 rated right outside linebacker. Incredible player. And I'm thinking also this series will give you guys sort of an insight into what players you could pick up for a position you're potentially lacking in. Because, I mean, there's a lot of positions like Ingram here. He's a new player. He's not someone that I actually even knew about. And this card looked absolutely phenomenal. I mean, Dawson, everyone knows about because he's been around in the game for ages. But there's players there like Howard as well, Howard and Ertz. They're both new final edition players, and they both look really good. And I can't imagine they're actually too expensive on MUT. So say maybe you needed a tight end who was reasonably quick, decent at blocking. Ertz could be the man, and you'd never actually thought of getting him. So hopefully this series gives you guys sort of some help in your MUT team as well, because I know I definitely need some, because some of the players that I've had to use in my other series have been absolutely dreadful. But DJ Clemens there, I seem to get him in every single draft I do, and I usually get a lot of linemen, which is really different to what it used to be. I used to get constant wide receivers, and now, saying that, we get 2 wide receivers and Tyrod Taylor, who by the way is an absolute beast. He's like a cheaper, obviously not as good, but a cheaper 99 Boss Vic. Plays exactly like him. But if you're looking for a cheap quarterback who can roll out, who's got pretty good throwing, but obviously not incredible throwing, but he roll out, he's insanely quick, go for that final edition Tyrod Taylor. See, he's the guy using my solo challenges, and he's absolutely incredible. But moving into more elite picks, I mean, we've got a lot of elite picks in a row here. We've got a lot of 95 plus players, or 90 plus players, sorry. So can't complain at this draft. Getting quite a lot of double positions, which does hurt the overall a fair amount. Like, I'd like to pick up the right tackle there, but no point really. So we're going to pick up Cam. get a quarterback in, because I do play games with these teams just off camera, and they tend to perform reasonably well. I mean, always going for the highest rated player doesn't always benefit you, especially with Foster there. I don't think he's a good running back whatsoever in the game. He seems to fumble a lot and he just seems really sluggish. But we had to pick him because he got the overall up. And we're going to go for the cornerback here, getting the overall up to 84. So for me, that's one of the highest rated ones I've done so far. A solid 84 draft. And it's going to stay at an 84. So obviously it's not one of the highest drafts in the world, but I think that's still a good solid draft. And I always seem to get Reggie White as well. Reggie White seems to pop all the time for me, which I'm not going to complain about. 98 rated left end, who is an incredible player. But we'll move into the final draft now. The highest overall one of the episode. So if you've enjoyed the episode so far up to this point, drop a like on the like button. Let's try and get 15 likes. I'm going to try and get that in all my videos for now, seeing the level the channel's at. So moving into the draft here, I think we get an absolute ton of elite rounds in this draft, and we get a good base team as well, to be honest. But if you start off with a triple elite round, it's going to be a pretty good one. I mean, it's a good omen, I think, anyway. So we're going to pick up the centre, because I always think I don't tend to get too many centres, but in reality I actually do get a fair few. So we're going to go Bethea here. Strong safety. I don't actually get a lot of strong safeties, and I tend to avoid them anyway because I don't think they make a huge impact on the game, personally. Unless you obviously have one of the really high-rated ones, like 99 Cam or whatever. But this is our first all-gold round. Unfortunately, it's not the best round in the world, but I suppose we'll pick up the middle linebacker, since you can get two in that position to bring the overall up. So if you guys are looking for the achievement for getting a higher-rated draft, which I'm sure everyone has got at this point, hopefully this can offer you a few tips as well. But we're going to get Matt Ryan there. 84, so nearly an elite, but we'll take it. And we get 3 Jets players here, so that's quite strange to see, to be perfectly honest. But I'm not sure who to go for, Richardson or Wilkerson. And we'll go with Wilkerson because I think I tend to get a few more right ends. And we get 96 Mosley there, who is an absolutely brilliant card. I mean, if you haven't checked out my other videos where I get actually the highest rated draft I've ever had, go and check that out, because that is an insane draft as well. And we get CJ Mosley in that, and he plays phenomenally. Like, that draft, still haven't finished it at the moment, but every game I've played with that team, easy. And as I was saying about strong safeties, Cam actually pops there, who we could get. But we're going to go with Johnson. Get up the cornerback rating of the team up, get the defence rating of the team up. It's definitely something we need to do at the moment, even though we've got a fair few elites in there, but it will bump up the overall quite a lot, getting a 92 in there. Unfortunately, another gold round, so that's starting to hurt the overall a bit. And if we didn't pick that centre early on, I think we could have got an overall higher here, which is quite frustrating. Because Mac there, I'm going to pick him anyway, because I'm sure the centre can move out and get a higher rated than the other players would, sort of in the overall category. And Reggie Nelson there, got a place in my heart, so I'm going to go with him, because that pick didn't actually matter too much. But we're getting into the big boy picks again. And another centre at 91 rated, which is really frustrating, and another right guard as well. So we're going to go Sherman here. Personally, oh no, we're not. We're going to go right guard. I thought we would have gone with Sherman there. But still at 82 overall. Reggie White once again. And actually this draft is only 83. I thought this one went up to an 84, so apologies for that. Middle draft was actually the best one. Oh no, it did go up to 84. Game must be glitching out on me there. But thank you guys for watching so far. Let me know down below, comment down below on anything I've mentioned. Be nice to know what you guys think. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys for the next episode next week.